Hey, this is Ian Franzen, the College Web Pro, and thanks so much for watching. In this short tutorial today, I'm going to show you how to set up the domain name and the web hosting for your website. So the domain name is the thing that ends in .com, .net, or .org, and that's the thing that people type in to visit your website. It's also called the website address. So I'll show you how to register your name, and I'm also going to show you how to set up web hosting for your website. So the web hosting is what holds all the files that make up your site. It's kind of like if you were going to build a house, the first thing that you'd want to do is buy land to put the house on. It's the same thing with a website. If you want to build a website, you need somewhere to store all the files that make up the site. The web hosting also runs your email and the website builder, which will allow you to manage the website yourself once it's up and running. So if you just follow my instructions, I'll show you how to set those two important pieces up today. It should only take a few minutes. So you want to go to collegewebpro.com, and then on the home page here, if you click on the tab here that says pricing, and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see some of the features of the hosting plan. So you'll see that it holds 1,000 megabytes of files, which is more files than you should need for a normal website. It also supports unlimited pages and subpages, and it includes email accounts, databases, and other features like mailing lists, the ability to upload videos, photos, a blog. You can review some of the features here. There's more information if you click on hosting features. And then you'll see on the bottom here, there's a link, a blue link that says $9.95 a month, sign up now. So you want to click on that link. And now it'll ask you to choose a domain name. So all hosting plans include a free domain or a domain transfer if you already registered it. So you can type in the domain name here. Now, it doesn't really matter how you type it capitalization-wise. It's case irrelevant. So you can type in the domain name however you want. So I'm just going to type in an example company name here, A to Z Landscaping Company. And make sure you don't put in any extra punctuation or spaces or anything like that, because that'll throw it off. You also don't want to type in the .com, .net, .org. You want to select it here from the drop-down menu. I would recommend keeping it as short and as simple as possible. Also, if you can get a .com, you should generally use a .com if it's available. So type in the domain name here. Now, these two options here are for if you already registered a domain name somewhere else. So if you already registered a domain name, let's say with a different registrar, and you want to transfer it to College Web Pro, which I normally recommend doing, you would still own the domain name. You don't have to pay the other registrar to keep renewing it. And also then everything's in one place, so it's a little bit easier to manage. So if you want to transfer the domain name, which I recommend, you would type it in here in the second box if you already registered it. And if you want to leave it with the domain registrar, you don't want to transfer it, but you want to just keep it registered wherever you originally registered it, but you want to use it with College Web Pro, then you would type it in the third box here. But if you're registering it for the first time, you've never registered it anywhere else, then you would type it in here in the first box. And like I said, it doesn't matter how you capitalize it, just make sure not to include any extra punctuation. So type in the name and then click on the blue button that says continue. It should say it's available to register, so you can click on continue again. And then on this page, it's just configuring the website builder, which is the system that you'll use to manage the website once it's up and running. It's free, it's included, so it should automatically put the domain name there. So you can just click on continue again. And then on this page, when you're registering a new domain name, by law, your information like your name, your company name, your address, your phone number, and your email, it goes into a public database called the Whois database. And sometimes this public database is used by marketers. So you might get spam or junk mail, or telephone calls after you register the domain name if you don't purchase the ID Protect, because your information goes into this database. So if you leave this box checked, it's an extra $3 a year. And I think it's worth it because it guards your personal information from going into the public Whois database. So I would leave it checked and then click on the blue button that says continue. If you don't care about your information going into the database, you don't care if you get some spam, you can uncheck the box, but I would recommend leaving it checked. And then click on the blue button that says continue. And then this is the last page here. So you should see that you have three things, assuming you're registering a new domain name in your cart, but you should have the web hosting in your plan no matter what, the website builder, and you should also have the domain registration or the domain transfer, unless you're leaving it with the other registrar, in which case you won't see this last item. But you should definitely have the hosting in your cart. So make sure your cart's correct. This all looks good to me. And then you're going to type in your customer details, your payment information. You're going to create a passcode here and agree to the terms of service. And then click on the blue button that says checkout and you'll be all set. It might take 24 business hours to set up the web hosting account. And then when you visit your website, you'll see a coming soon page. And you'll also get an email with all the login information for your hosting account so you can manage the account. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.